3 in a row. Like, you know, they have like when they talk about sports, they're like, hey, in modern history.
This is since the merger.
Exactly.
This is a record. Three in a row. Yes.
3 weeks in a row of the SLOB show.
Yes.
And no stopping in sight.
Correct.
This is called our commitment to being here every week at right around 3:15 on a whatever, let's say Tuesday.
Yes, and they're all thinking, you guys are broadcasting from your homes. What's the difficulty here? What's the problem?
Well, this time I was taking a nap because I did the morning show and then I made a steak, and then I made these steak tacos. And then I ate that. So like when you eat like that after work, then I took a nap.
Yep, food coma.
So it did not work out good. Hey, there's my mom. She referred to us as 2 handsome fellows. So good. Facebook's working again for me.
Pearl Vision Center.
That's right.
Might be time for a checkup.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mom. If you're on Twitter, if you're watching us on either Roker's Twitter or my Twitter, could you comment? We're trying to figure something out here. Because I have a feeling that Twitter comments are not working.
Well, and it's you can turn that down.
And yeah, I don't think they are. Because I interviewed CM Punk on here the other day.
Yes.
And I had like hundreds of comments and none of them came over. That's where I came up with this hypothesis.
It's possible. It's possible.
But so today on the SLOB show, I wanted to bring up well, first of all, we're going to talk about 2 things today. We're going to talk about candy bars and ice cream bars. I thought we'd start with candy bars first because I was at Target and I was quite disgusted when every single aisle had every candy bar except for the Whatchamacallit. And you know that I love the Whatchamacallit.
So they didn't have Whatchamacallits. Who makes them Whatchamacallit? Do you know?
Good question. I don't know. Is it Mars or something?
I mean, it would have to either be, Hershey's or Mars, right? Yeah. And so then the question would be, so I would assume it's probably Hershey's that makes it.
Let me look that up.
Because Mars makes Snickers and all that kind of stuff. And they certainly had Snickers. Point being.
Oh, my God.
Right. So point being.
A Hershey company introduced the Whatchamacallit.
Okay. So did they have other Hershey products?
Oh, yeah.
At Target?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, hey, you need to go to a ghetto gas station to get Whatchamacallits. And that's where I currently get mine. The gas station by my apartment.
At the ghetto gas station?
I don't think
the one that has the yellow tape still on the ground from 2 days ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the one I go to doesn't even have it's like one of those places where there's a little box outside and it's all bulletproof glass and they're open 24 hours.
But you can't go in.
You can't. No.
Yeah. You can't even go in. You can just go up to the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I could currently get Whatchamacallits.
Well, if that's the only way you can get Whatchamacallits, just take it from me, having lived near the hood for many, many years. You might want to buy a whole bunch of them the next time you go.
I get them on Amazon.
So you don't have to go back that often.
But I don't want to buy. See, that's the thing, though. I don't want. Number one, I can't buy a lot of these things because I'm trying not to gain weight, right? So I can't buy a case on Amazon. I like buying a candy bar here and there, and that goes back to. There's a mayo that I like called Tech Mayo, which is they use in Chicago restaurants. And I had an opportunity once to get like a gallon of it. I'm like, what am I going to get?
Because it's probably only industrial. It probably only comes in a 5-gallon jug from Cisco or something. That's
exactly right.
Yeah.
So
I just don't want to hear that, something's happened to my beloved Abe Cannon.
Thank you for calling the Hershey Company.
Because he went to the hood to get more
moments of goodness.
Well, I'm really a block from my apartment.
Press 1. To ensure the highest level of service, phone calls may be recorded.
We're going to find out right now why the Hershey
purposes.
Company doesn't put Whatchamacallits in Target.
Options designed to help you.
Play this right, you might be able to get some free ones.
Do what, Rooker?
if you play this right, you
Yeah.
might be able to get some
Otherwise,
free
hold
ones.
for the next available consumer representative.
So let me get this straight. This is all. Oh, what's the greatest ice cream and candy bar? It's just so you could call Hershey and find out why.
No,
Find
'cause-
out why they didn't have whatchamacallit at Target when you.
well,
went
that
there.
too. But I have some major news about the greatest candy bar, or
Wow.
the greatest ice cream bar. But well, let's start. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We got the whole slob show left to go. It looks like
see.
the Twitter comments are not working, so I don't know. What's up with that.
I'm not willing to wait on hold
We
much
appreciate
longer.
your patience as you continue to hold for the next available consumer representative.
All right.
From India.
Oh, here's from Gunsmith. Saw your whatchamacallit post. Have you had the who's what's it? Who's what's it? Who's what's it? Have you had the who's what's it?
What's it? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to try that if that's in the family.
Maybe only available in certain regions. Maybe.
Yeah. The who's what's it? We might look. While we have the Hershey company on here, maybe we can find out.
While the Hershey's up, you're a little hot. You turn yourself down a little bit.
I'm hot?
Oh yeah, smoking.
Huh. Not on my end though. I'm not.
No, you're coming in hot.
Coming in over by you hot or everywhere?
Coming in. Well, I can only tell you what's coming in my ears. I can only tell you what's in my headphones.
How about now? Is that better?
Your call and every
Little
call
bit.
is important to us.
Wait, hang on.
Thanks for holding a bit longer.
How about now?
And how long do you plan on holding to talk to the whatchamacallit people?
Probably just leave that in the background here for a second.
Okay.
But man, is that better? Is the hotness better for you?
It's a little better. It's a little better.
Well, for some reason you can't comment on Twitter, but whatever.
You can comment on Facebook.
Yeah, go to Facebook, go to YouTube. Whatever. It's everywhere. I mean, you can still watch on Twitter.
Right. I mean, and then we'll still respond,
Oh. Hello. Hi.
Hi. Can I have your full name, please?
Yeah, this is Abe Cannon. You're actually on the Slob Show podcast. I just had a quick question about the whatchamacallit candy bar.
The whatchamacallit?
Yeah, I was just wondering why Targets don't carry the whatchamacallit.
I'm not sure. We do make it available for all retailers. They would have to order. I'm not sure why they haven't. But you can contact them to see if they can order. But it's available for all retailers.
Oh, well, I mean, of course it is, But I'm just wondering, is there a reason why Target thinks they're too good for the greatest candy bar ever?
I'm not sure. They would have to order it themselves. You can contact their corporate office or your local Target to let them know that you will want to see it on the shelf.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind service.
You're welcome, sir.
Hey,
you have a great day.
Oh, wait, but before I let you go,
Sorry.
have you ever heard of is there another bar in the whatchamacallit family called the Who's Mutton? Oh, wait. Called the, what was it, Roker?
It was the Who'sy what's it? Who'sy what's it? Is there a Who'sy what's it bar?
It's called the Who's What's It? WHOZE.
Watch it. Let me see if we still have that.
The Who's What's It?
My
Who's
guess
What's It?
My guess is it's not available in America. My guess maybe it's what the whatchamacallit is called in another country.
Oh, interesting. That's a very good theory.
And so we do have the Who'sy What's It.
Oh.
It is available nationwide. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. What's in a Who'sy what's it?
What's in it? So it's peanut butter and crunchy chocolate crisp.
Okay. And what's in a whatchamacallit?
Same thing, right?
The what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say that
Okay.
again?
So what's the difference between that and a whatchamacallit?
So the whatchamacallit, it has a layer of caramel and it has peanut flavored crisp.
Gotcha.
The Whatchamacallit's the greatest candy bar. Ma'am, have you tried the Whatchamacallit?
Personally, I'm allergic to peanuts, so
Oh.
I haven't been able to, but
Isn't that a crime?
consumers like it.
Isn't that awful that you're there at the Hershey's company and you're, of all things, you're allergic to peanuts? It's like me. Like I'm allergic to cats. And if I worked at a pet shop or something.
Oh, so that's why you haven't come to my party the last 4 years. Okay.
Exactly. What a crime. But hey, ma'am, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for answering all our questions.
Thank you, and you have a great day as well.
You too. What a saint this person. What a great person this clerk is that we just talked to.
So did it just dawn on you after she said it that, oh, maybe I could have called the Target and asked them instead of going to Hershey's corporate to find out why they didn't have it at the one Target I went to?
No, they don't have them at any Targets. I've been looking for a while.
Okay.
Trust me. Trust me on this, Roker. You know that I did my, quote, due diligence.
So we don't know why they don't have a whatchamacallit, but we do know that there is a who's a what's it?
We know that's
doesn't have caramel, but it has chocolate and peanut butter.
I am making a commitment to try the Whoosy What's It is anytime I could get my hands on it.
Well, you've never even seen one. So
I know that's what I'm saying.
My guess is that's not going to happen anytime soon.
My guess is that if Target's not carrying the Rolls Royce, the Whatchamacallit, I doubt they'll have the Whoosy What's It.
Or it could be like when you buy a new car and then all you see on the road are the same brand of car that you just bought.
Yeah.
So maybe now you'll start to see Whoosy What's It everywhere. It was right in front of your face the whole time and you never noticed it.
You're probably right. I think you're right about that, honestly. We're getting some shade thrown at that lady saying about her allergies. They called her, Tom called her a jobber. Well, he said, what a jobber. It's not her fault, Tom.
Peanut allergies didn't even exist when I was a kid. It was like, whatever. He'll get over it. He's young.
Walmart has whatchamacallit in the candy aisle. And that is true, but there's no Walmart over by me. I have a Target like 3 blocks away.
Yeah, but there's no Harold's Chicken by me. But if I want some Harold's Chicken,
good point.
I gotta make a move. I gotta
make a move.
I gotta go to where the Harold's is. If you want a whatchamacallit, you gotta go to where the whatchamacallit is. If you want it bad enough, if it's the Rolls Royce as you say, then maybe you need to hop in the Chevy Impala and take your ass to some place that has a whatchamacallit.
I mean, they couldn't have more types of M&Ms. Like they have like 7 million different M&Ms at Target.
Well,
like,
yes, that's because M&M Mars corners the market. They're getting all the shelf space.
What about Hershey? Hershey's a big player, aren't they?
I understand that, but you're gonna have your Hershey bar, your Hershey with almonds, your whatever. Whatchamacallit's probably down the list there.
Wow, Hershey's doesn't even. I'm on their website. Look at this. I'm on their website. They don't even celebrate their candy at this point. They're showing Pirates booty and whatever the fuck this is. And then the one dessert. Like, where's all the candy bars?
See, that's because click on Hershey's. Well, that's because people are eating healthy. So that's why Coke is promoting Dasani water.
Man,
and smart water and stuff like that.
Jesus. Well, what the hell? Where's the candy bars? And look at this. This is their only picture they have here. I see Reese cups, Kit Kat, Twizzlers. I don't see whatchamacallit. It's ridiculous. They're making a major mistake. I'd like to be the spokesman for whatchamacallit. I could put it back on the map.
I'm sure you would like to be the spokesperson for whatchamacallit.
What's your candy bar choice?
Whatchamacallit, by the way, not one of the top 10 candies in the world.
You have that list?
Or in the United States.
Do the United States. What's number 10?
Three Musketeers.
Ugh.
This is best-selling candy in the United States. Three Musketeers. Number 9, Dove Bar. Number 8, Skittles. Number 7, Twizzlers. Number 6, Twix. Number 5, Kit Kat. Number 4, Snickers.
Oh.
Number 3, Hershey Bar. Number 2, Reese's. And number 1, M&M's.
Oh, that explains why the M&M's are so prominent then.
Right. I mean, especially when you have 6 different types of M&Ms.
Yeah.
So,
And the Hershey bar is pretty high. I didn't think the regular Hershey bar, I didn't think it would be that high.
because people are old school. Sometimes people just want chocolate.
Yeah, but I thought
Nothing fancy.
I thought that was more of a loser thing. Like I thought you just take that, like if it's in your Halloween bag, like if there's nothing left, that's what you take.
The most popular candy bars in the U.S. Now, this just depends on who they surveyed. Number 10, Butterfinger. Number 9, Milky Way. Number 3, Three Musketeers. Number 7 and number 6, I don't buy at all. Number 7, Baby Ruth. Number 6, O. Henry. When was the last time you had a O. Henry? 1974.
You know, it's named. I'm sure you know this, but most people don't know. It's named after Hank Aaron.
I believe so. I'm not sure because Baby Ruth is not named after Babe Ruth.
It's not.
It's not.
What's it named after?
I believe that it is named. I'll have to look it up, but I believe that it is named after.
Let's take a look.
Child, just like Snickers was the horse of like the Mr. Mars's daughter or something.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
The daughter's horse's name was Snickers.
Sounds like the name of the baseball player. The Curtis Candy Company traditionally claimed that it was named after President Grover Cleveland's daughter, Ruth Cleveland.
There you go. My grandmother used to work for Curtis Candy back in the day before I was born. My ute was
2 utes.
Yeah, was filled with
listen
stories about how she used to bring candy home all the time.
The candy maker located on the same street as Wrigley Field named the bar Baby Ruth in 1921 as Babe Ruth's fame was on the rise. 24 years later, Cleveland left, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Now that we're here, we might as well go to the O. Henry bar.
So just to quickly, number 5 is Kit Kat, 4 Hershey's, 3 Snickers, 2 Reese's, and number 1 M&M. So once you get to the top, it's kind of the same.
Let's see. Wait, what? The most popular alternate story is that Thomas Henry. Oh, there's a guy named Thomas Henry, I guess. So it's not. Okay, never mind. It's not named after Hank Aaron.
Now, it's very possible that Hank Aaron did
like an endorsement or something.
Or ads for it. Yeah, that would make all the sense in the world. But
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean that it's named after him.
Wow. What's your go-to and favorite candy bar?
I mean, if you're just talking about a technical candy bar,
yeah,
not going to be on any of these lists. I like a Payday.
Oh.
So the woman that works at Hershey's that has the peanut allergy, this would be the last thing she would.
All nuts, right?
It's all nuts and it's like nougat and it doesn't have caramel in it.
Look at you getting a Hershey candy bar after they insulted my candy bar.
I love I've talked about this in the past. I love a Reese's egg.
Oh, I do like that too.
So I'll buy a Reese's egg, but I won't buy the Reese's cup because those things have gotten way smaller and they always stick to the paper.
So this Payday is just caramel and nuts, right?
Caramel, nuts, and kind of like a nougat in the middle. So it's like a nougat log with caramel around it, and then the peanuts are stuck to the caramel.
I haven't had a Payday in a long time.
It's good because it's not terribly sweet to me, and it's satisfying. So I like that. I like a Payday.
You're very satisfied by it.
Yes, I like a Payday. Period, but I also like a Payday candy bar.
Here's DJ's my top 5. Number 1, Reese's peanut butter cups. Number 2, Snickers. 3, peanut M&Ms. 4, Take 5, and number 5, the Charleston Chew. DJ chiming in.
Couple of old schools in there with the Take 5 and the Charleston Chew.
That's DJ S. Yeah, the Charleston Chew. The Snickers bar is probably always in my top 3 somewhere.
It's always
Classic.
Snickers used to always be the number 1 candy bar, but now that there's so many variations of M&Ms, and also there's a whole marketing behind M&Ms. You got the M&M stores and all that kind of stuff. So
the green M&M with her thigh-high boots.
Yeah, just by the pure volume, it's it's M&Ms. But if you were to say, oh, plain M&Ms versus Snickers, Snickers is probably ahead of plain M&Ms or
Yeah.
peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, I like peanut M&Ms.
Heath Bar, my boy Steve says Heath Bar is underrated. It is. I like a good toffee, but at my age, my typhus can't handle a Heath Bar that often. So, but it's tasty.
Chuck with the facts there. He said Butterfinger's named after my proctologist.
I would go to the candy convention every year, and they try and come out with variations on these things. And they came out with they had a dark chocolate Butterfinger, and they literally couldn't give them away. They'll usually take candy bars and have them out for you to grab one at the candy convention.
Yeah.
They had like the cases, like the boxes that are in the store that have like 24 in them.
Yeah.
They have those for you to take.
Damn.
And I got home and tried the dark chocolate, and I like dark chocolate because it's not as sweet as milk chocolate, and it doesn't affect your blood sugar, dark chocolate. So
Gee, thanks for all that extra information.
Yeah, no problem. And I checked out and I ate and I took a bite and I went, wow, no wonder they were giving this away. This is not gonna fly.
And what bar is that again?
It was the dark chocolate Butterfinger that they came out with a couple of years ago. Yeah, you probably haven't seen that one.
No. Tom Smith said Twizzlers are trash. I agree. I'm not a Twizzlers fan. Claire, your wife, loves Kit Kat bars.
Kit Kats are very good. The only problem is the minute you touch them, they start to melt. They start to melt the minute you touch them.
John checking in. He said, my dad used to put Charleston chew bars in the freezer. The man had the jaws of life for teeth.
That was old school. They used to advertise to put Charleston chews in the freezer back in the day. Yeah. Yep. That's old school.
Was that like in the 60s or something?
70s? Yeah.
Hey, put your Charleston chew in the freezer.
Well, I don't know if they talked like it was the 1926 World Series in those commercials, but
the best way to eat your Charleston chew is out of the freezer.
Extra, read all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to get on the board for Whatchamacallit and bring it back. If people knew of the Whatchamacallit, it would be back up there. People have turned their back on it. Now it's just in the shittiest gas stations in Chicago. The ones where you get carjacked. It's like, oh, do you want to Whatchamacallit and a chance of getting carjacked? Or do you want to eat a Hershey bar and get it at Target? I guess I'll go to Target. See, I don't want to have to always go to these gas stations.
Or you can end up going to a specialty shop that has all the current candies, and then they have all the retro candies. But
Where's that?
But then you end up paying through the nose for them. Oh, there's lots of them.
There is.
Oh yeah. There's there was one on Michigan Avenue in the Tribune Tower. There's one in Water Tower.
Tribune Tower.
I told you it's a specialty.
I know, but who's going to go? Only tourists go in the Water Tower.
There's a place called Dylan's Candy Bar, and the Dylan is Ralph Lauren's daughter.
Ralph
Lauren. Sorry, and you can see that I don't have any Ralph Lauren clothing. Yeah, and that's a specialty shop. And then there's another local specialty shop that name is escaping me right now. There's one over by the Music Box, and there's a few of them.
I've seen that.
We had them come in studio one year, I think around Halloween. But they've got, so that's where you go to get like the old school stuff and the Necco wafers and the wax bottles and all the nostalgia. But they would have Whatchamacallits.
I mean, I guess I could just do this too. Like I could just go right here and just go on Instacart and just order them for $1.50 a piece. Buy one, get one for a quarter. What?
Yeah, but it's only one.
But I need 4 then.
Okay,
what if I do 4?
But only one's going to be a quarter.
Damn it. Wait. Oh, CVS has them.
Only one's going to be a quarter.
No, I know, but I have a CVS in my building at work.
Okay.
I could try that out.
Do you shop at CVS?
Well, yeah, because I get those coupons where they give you like 40% off once a week or something.
Yeah, they just sent me some 30% off coupons in the mail. So there you go.
I get the 40% ones.
Well, I guess
they email them to you.
Oh no, this was a mailer actually.
Oh,
This was a mailer.
oh,
So
here it is, right on Amazon. Check this out.
so go there and get 10 of them.
No, but look at this. The Who's What's It, a whole case for $30. How many bars is that? 18 bars? That's not bad. That's about $1, what, $1.20 a bar or something?
Yeah. You got Amazon Prime?
Yeah,
Are
but
you
I think it just expired. It just said something like, hey, your card's not working.
Oh no.
They just raised the price of Prime.
They're gonna, yeah. They just again. I mean, they've really raised it to like $1.30 something.
Oh, look at this. On the Who's What's It, it says candy bar named by Lisa M. Does each bar have a different name on it? Like the
No.
person who boxed it or something?
Maybe it was a contest.
Huh. Who's What's It? Who the fuck is Lisa M?
I would,
Not-
I would maybe before you went and bought the case of them, I would maybe just try one to see if you liked it.
I don't know anyone who sells it.
No guarantee. I've never seen it before.
Oh,
but-
look at this. Framingham Women's Who's What's It is new Whatchamacallit. Wait, what?
Okay, first of all, Framingham, that sounds like that's in England.
No, Massachusetts.
Oh,
If you're a candy person, you probably know Hershey's Whatchamacallit, a chocolate bar that blah 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 is expanding with a new style. That's where Framingham enters the picture. Before launching the new bar, it features a peanut butter creme and Rice Krispies on the inside. A Framingham woman named Lisa M. Hershey didn't release. You're not going to release her full name. You're giving her the bar. She was one of 43,000 people submitted a suggestion. And she earned a $5,000 gift and a year's supply of the new bar. That's all she got for naming it forever.
well,
So what is it? Like I don't even want the Who's What. Now that I know it's just a sham, just some random lady named it. Come on now.
you're just pissed off that it's not you that got to like come up with it and name it and get $5,000 and a year's supply. All you do is talk about it. I should be the spokesperson for fill in the blank. Now you're throwing shade on Lisa M. because she got the honor.
God, they went through 43,000 submissions and they landed on Who's What's It.
Hey,
Like,
not
right, well,
available. Not available at Target apparently.
so you're a payday man. I'm whatchamacallit. We'll land in the middle somewhere on Snickers, right?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Snickers. Although
Because-
they've tried to come out with different Snickers lately, and they don't taste right because when you have
No.
a Snickers, you want a Snickers.
It's perfection.
You don't want a Snickers brownie. You don't want a Snickers with peanut butter.
Yeah.
I've had. You don't want a Snickers with almonds. I've had all these in the last few years. You just want a Snickers when you get a Snickers.
Exactly. Well, let's move to candy bars because that slides right in. I think the greatest ice cream bars. The greatest ice cream bar ever is the Snickers ice cream bar by far. There's nothing even close. Nothing close. It's the greatest. I could eat 6 of them in one day. The whole box.
I'm not a huge ice cream bar person. I don't mind a drumstick. They're pretty tasty. And Mariano's right now, the Mariano's ice cream, their regular ice cream that is like, well, it used to be half a gallon. Now it's like 48 ounces, but that's everybody.
Yeah.
Is much different than the store brand ice cream from a few years ago.
You're saying it's better?
Oh yeah, I was shocked because it used to be that store brand ice cream was the real cheap ice cream that was like if it melted, like you'd only have half a container full because it was like just nothing was in it. It was just full of air.
Yeah.
This is much better quality.
Is this Kroger ice cream? Because they own Kroger.
Yes, it's a Kroger ice cream, and they've got a unicorn ice cream. And the unicorn ice cream has cake batter
Ew.
ice cream with frosting, and animal crackers.
I love that you knew this was 48 ounces too, by the way. That makes me laugh.
And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Unicorn swirl. Unreal.
Wow. So this is what you're recommending everyone goes and tries today.
And by the way, it says 2 for $5. You don't have to buy 2 for $5 unless it specifically says you have to buy 2 to get for $5. You can just buy 1 for $2.50.
And then you'll get it for $2.50. You're right.
Yes,
And that it's kind of like the old Whopper, even though the Whopper trick was not a trick because you'd have to pay full price for the other one.
For the one, yes, but you get 2 for $6, yes.
But
And
the ice cream you're saying is just $2.50. So you just buy one. You don't need 2.
just buy 1. And then my other tip would be, because you just sit there with a spoon and eat the whole damn thing, is buy cones and make yourself an ice cream cone. And you will find the ice cream lasts a lot longer. Because if you go back and have 3 ice cream cones,
Yeah.
you're still not having as much as if you were to just sit there with a spoon and eat half of the box or all of the box.
Look at this. Low key Target brand ice cream slaps.
Is slaps? I'm sorry. Is
That's
that
good. That
Is that
means it's good.
slang? Okay. All right.
That's slang for good.
Okay. I don't get out with the kids very much.
Rooker, what do you think about this? How about you eat 10? I'd say 10 spoonfuls is a good serving. Then you put duct tape on your mouth. With that, what do you think about that?
There's people who like ice cream, and I like ice cream. And there's people who love ice cream. Ice cream is fire. Did I use that correctly? Ice cream is fire. Ice cream is fire. Okay.
Is it dope?
Yeah, they're people that like it's their favorite thing. It's dope,
you're right.
yo.
Yeah.
It's like their favorite thing in the world. Like they cannot be controlled if they're around ice cream.
Yeah. Edie's is Chad Taylor saying Edie's is the best.
Oh, what's up, Chad?
He's the gentleman we had go to our. He's the one who went like the Wendy's drive-through for us.
The thing is, you don't have to,
or the Arby's drive-through.
You don't have to get the Haagen-Dazs and the Ben and Jerry's solely anymore to get good ice cream, which is good. Which is good. Now, of course, they screw you on the ounces. The pint is not a pint. Check it out next time you go. The half gallon is not a half gallon.
How many ounces should be in a half gallon, Roker? Quickly.
64.
Very good. Which means a gallon would be, of course, 128.
That's correct.
Very good. I notice you have great street math skills when it comes to food.
And you didn't even go to Montessori school. I took. That was one of their big things. That was for my Montessori upbringing was the quick math. Yes.
I know we have to wrap up here, Rooker, but I'm glad you brought up the Montessori school. That's for like rich kids, right?
Yeah, it is. We weren't rich, but they wanted the best for their boy, for their only child.
But didn't your mom teach there?
No, my mom was a Chicago public school teacher, so she didn't want me anywhere near the Chicago public school.
Wait, so the Montessori school is like it's like, isn't it a longer day?
No, it's not a longer day. It's just a different style of learning and teaching.
But isn't that where they're like,
it's more free form.
So like you're like all the kids in the Montessori school are so brilliant, right? Like the teachers have to let them be type thing.
It's something like that. I mean, yeah, it's let their be creative
until you leave the Montessori school, and all
and
the
then
kids
you
are
are
like,
completely lost.
There's that dork little Kenny, kick his ass.
Completely lost.
Get him.
Completely lost.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
When I went into the public school system, and
I'm sure
had never had classes and had to go from classroom to classroom in my life before.
You're like, we don't
had homework.
We don't nap after lunch here. What's going on?
Exactly.
Where's my lemonade?
He's napping. You just what?
Wait,
where are my graham crackers? No graham crackers?
We can't get drinks.
What up with this? What up with the graham crackers?
Kenny, little Kenny, can you tell us? Kenny, how do you feel today? How do you feel today, Kenny?
I feel like taking a nap.
Okay, Kenny, go. You take a nap. Kenny's gonna take a nap all day again. Wouldn't that be great? I wish I went to the Montessori school.
Oh, it was awesome.
I know.
Until your parents find out they're paying $2,000 a year for you to take a nap all day.
It's probably 10 grand now.
Oh no, it was no. They pulled me out because it was $2,000 a year in 1979.
It's a lot in 1979.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it's probably $25,000 a year now. Yeah.
The Montessori school tuition overview. Oh my God, look at this. Jesus. The Montessori. It just sounds so pretentious. Half-day preschool is $7,000 a year for half-day preschool.
Half-day preschool.
Half-day, full-day preschool, $10,000. All-day preschool and kindergarten, $15,000. Elementary school, all-day elementary school, $15,000 a year.
Yep.
For grade school.
Yeah. Kids ain't cheap.
Great. That's like college.
Kids ain't cheap. No,
that's what
ridiculous.
I paid. My tuition at Columbia College, which I still have student loans, by the way, was $16,000 a year, which back then seemed massive, but now that's nothing. Colleges are like $60,000 a year.
Yeah. Mine. I actually paid off. I made my last payment on my car and on my student loans in the same month. And I was like flush with cash all of a sudden. Those were like two huge things off of my bills.
It looks like Columbia College didn't go up that much. It's like, it says it's $20,000 a year for full-time students.
Yeah, that's not. I mean,
that's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's a lot of money. I know my parents wouldn't want to go, oh, 80,000. Guess you're not going to Columbia.
Yeah. Well, I had to get student loans.
Guess you're going to Harold Washington. You better. She goes, bet you better vote for Bernie Sanders.
You better go to Daily.
If you want to go to college at all.
hey, guess what? I wouldn't have student loan. If Bernie was the president right now, I wouldn't have student loan debt. I'll tell you that. Bernie would have actually got it taken out.
Yeah, there you go.
Bernie would have died on that hill. I want the tuition gone.
Exactly. He's still shooting.
No more student loans.
Real quick, Chuck brings up a great point. He says he has a Cuisinart ice cream maker. If you have an ice cream maker at home, Cuisinart ice cream maker, if you've got a KitchenAid mixer, get the ice cream attachment. It is not hard to make ice cream at home.
What do you do? You just pour milk in or what?
The container is frozen, right? And then you put.
What do you mean the container is frozen?
The container that you're going to be mixing the ice cream in. You store that in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
So it's frozen. Okay. And then you put in your milk, your cream, your sugar, your whatever, your peanut butter, your Rice Krispies, your whatever, and it mixes it and freezes it at the same time, makes the ice cream.
Do you have one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Claire made some Cinnamon Toast Crunch ice cream that was unbelievable.
Oh
she took the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, poured it into the milk and the cream, and let that steep. So she let all the flavor from the Cinnamon Toast Crunch steep into the milk and the cream, along with all that cinnamon, sugar, and stuff that's down at the bottom of the bag. So now all of that's in the milk. Then she makes the ice cream with it. And then when you serve it, you serve the ice cream, crinkle up some Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the top, top it off with whipped cream.
God.
Unbelievable.
Why don't you make that tonight, Claire? Get that going, please.
And you can do that at home. You'll never go to the store for ice cream again. It's not that difficult.
There's certain things once you start making them at home, you'll like even burgers. Like once you perfect a burger, it's hard to go pay for one when you can make a delicious one at your house.
Yeah, it's worth the only downfall of the KitchenAid is that the container is big. So it takes up a lot of room in your freezer. There are a lot of self-contained ones now that, you plug in, it stays frozen. You don't have to store it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Roker, you have the Roker Radio podcast, of course.
I do
You wanna
indeed.
check that out.
Roker Radio Podcast.
Are you
just
doing new
check out-
episodes, or are you doing best of episodes?
we're still on hiatus at the moment. They still have
Hiatus?
Yes,
What are you on
on-
hiatus for?
on hiatus.
What the fuck?
We're on
From what?
hiatus. Yes. So until I can find all of my equipment that's in that the movers didn't move everything that they were supposed to do, move to the house. So a lot of my equipment is like Raiders of the Lost Ark right now. It's in the storage facility underneath 500 boxes. So
Do you have like a warehouse for a storage facility?
dude,
right
it's
now?
we rented one.
How big is it?
And then went
1,000 square feet?
no, we need a bigger one. And then we went, no, we need the bigger one. So it's like, yeah, I'm paying like $300 a month from storage.
Oh, screw that. My mom learned a lot from today's episode. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Maybe if you ask Mom nice, she'll make you some ice cream.
Hey, Mom, can you make me some ice cream?
Oh, and keep in mind, February 15th, all that Valentine's Day candy is going to be half price at least.
Oh, that's right.
All of it. So
Yeah, if you want those hearts, those chocolate hearts and all that shit.
I'll tell you now, because you want to grab some early on the 15th.
Yeah. Grab it while it's hot, as one would say.
Grab it while it's hot, because it's going to all be 50% off or more.
Because you're going to see some real slobs in there on that day. Like, I'm not saying Roker, but the Roker types. Like a guy who just wants to eat everything.
He always does that. It's like, I'm not saying Roker, a Roker type. You're going to see some real degenerates. I'm not saying Roker, but a Roker type.
Some real assholes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, when I see anyone if I see anyone with a cart full of anything, I'm like, this guy, come on. Like, do you need come on. What are you going to do with a cart? I freeze it. Like, you need that much candy?
Hey,
on, man.
I like the Reese's eggs. The Reese's eggs only come out for Easter.
You get a full cart?
You grab as many as you can when they're 50 cents each instead of $1.25. You grab 20 of them or something, 30 of them, pop them in the freezer. You got them all year now.
Well, you have what? 3 freezers, right?
We do. Yes.
You have one in your garage, I believe.
One in the garage.
One in the basement, and then one in the kitchen, I believe, right?
Yes. And one in the kitchen.
And I've never been to your new house. I just guessed. I just figured where you had your freezers.
Dude, you got to have some place to put the beer and the meat. And
yeah.
Every now and then you have a vegetable or something in there.
Why don't you get one of those big square freezers? You know, those big industrial ones?
Because I had the fridge. So we're using that for those freezers and fridges.
Yeah.
Instead of
my
buying a new one.
compliments. Hey, again, all joking aside, you are the Yoda of the Slob Show.
I appreciate
There's
that.
no one better. I've never, like, what you do for this, not just in life. Once you retire from the slob game, it's over.
Dude, if I can pass it along, if I can pass any of the expertise that I have learned through trial and error over my many years, pass it along to just one person, I'm happy. By the way, someone was asking, what's up with the sports jersey? Repping.
Oh, the USA, because it's the Winter Olympics.
Exactly. I can only wear it like once every 4 years. So.
Oh, Roker, you're the one watching the Winter Olympics?
Dude, at 2:00 in the morning, watching curling with one eye, because it's either that or like an Emerald infomercial.
All I know is that the Winter Olympics preempted Raw, and I had to watch Raw on the Sci-Fi Channel yesterday.
Oh no! No!
Come on, man. Really? Is it really necessary to put the Olympics on Sci-Fi?
Dude, they pay so much money for the Olympics. The Olympics is on CNBC.
Yeah, it's on Peacock too.
Oh, it's on every network that they own or are thinking of owning. They are, so they're trying to get their money's worth.
Yeah. I mean, do people watch it? Are the ratings good?
No, I don't think it's as good as they used to be because people have so many other things to do. And since it's in Beijing, all of the events are literally happening between like 1 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
by the time you see it on NBC at night, you already know the results.
Oh yeah.
So you're watching figure skating because you like to watch figure skating. You're not watching figure skating because you wanted to see how the Americans did. Because you already know.
Chad Taylor, I hail Roker.
I thank you, sir.
I hail you, brother.
I appreciate.
Hey, Sue
appreciate that,
checking in.
brother.
Sue likes the Magnum ice cream bars, double caramel, delicious.
The Magnum ice cream bars are good. The Dove bars I used to love, but now they're like Son of Dove bar.
Yeah, they're
like
small now.
Oh, they're half the size.
Son of Dove bar.
Oh, dude, the first time I ever went to the restaurant convention, and this was 20 years ago, they were hand dipping Dove bars. They were hand dipping Dove bars on the spot, giving them out to you. And they were huge. They were like this microphone. It was like gigantic.
Yeah.
And Claire and I are in the store, and it's like, Dove bars, let's grab a Dove bar. And we open it up, and we're like, what is this? What happened?
Yeah.
So
remember, Roker, you were the first person to make me aware of the restaurant show. You were always telling me how great you're like the restaurant show. And then I went once and there was nothing for free. You're like, you get all these samples, you leave with like a grill. Like
I don't know what restaurant show you went to. Did you go to a restaurant show at like the Villa Park Odeum or something? Or I'm talking about the real restaurant show.
Yeah, the one was it in McCormick Place, right? Wasn't it McCormick Place?
Yeah, it's McCormick Place.
No, I went in there and there was nothing.
Dude, and now
I'm like, where's all the free shit?
And now the candy convention is bumped up against the restaurant show. So you go straight from the restaurant show into the candy convention. It's like back in the day when the Consumer Electronics Show used to be bumped up against the AVN convention in Las Vegas.
The AVN, the porn
adult video news, yes. So you'd have all the people from the Consumer Electronics Show go over to the porno convention and vice versa. Now they've separated those two things. But hopefully this year, the restaurant show and the candy convention will both be back and will both be up against each other.
My mom is reminiscing of the old Dove. I'm sure Roker knows all about this. The Dove. She said, remember we used to get Dove bars at the Dove shop on 60th and Pulaski.
They were thick. They were like, you had to bite into them. You bite into them and a whole half of the whole side of chocolate would come off.
She said they used to be huge and dipped in Vic chocolate for $1.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Man,
awesome.
I think I remember that because I remember going there as a kid. I used to eat Flintstone push-ups that would turn your poop green. That was my go-to.
Wow, that's probably...
I'd always have green poop, and I'd be like, oh, it must be those push-ups again.
Okay. I know your mom had said a couple of minutes ago that she had learned a lot from today's show.
Oh, she knew all about it.
She's learned just a little too much.
No, she knew all about it because I'm like, hey, Mom, I have green poop. Should I go to the doctor? She's like, oh, it's probably from those Flintstone push-ups. All right, we're out. Could four in a row next week? Could it be?
We'll try. We did the hat trick. We'll try for the Grand Slam. Next week.
Hey, I'm off work on Monday.
At Al Roker Jr. on social media.
I thought it's Roker Radio on Twitter.
And at Roker Radio on Twitter. And yes, I've always said make the Monday after the Super Bowl a national holiday. Make it a holiday.
That's what we're doing at my station. We're calling it the Rock 95.5 holiday, and I'm off work. It was really just a way for me to get off work the Monday after. So we're all off now. We're trying to get everyone else to be off. It was a great scam to be off.
17.5 million Americans are going to take work off on Monday.
Well, we're off. They're giving us a day off.
Yeah, there you go.
So everyone should just be off. Let's just make it a holiday.
Well, it sucked because I was doing sports, so I couldn't take the day off. So I do
sports. I don't care.
I'd be all hungover.
I'll take off Harvey Weinstein Day. I'll take off any day. Give me any day off. I'll take it off.
There you go.
All right.
Peace out.